Hey everybody, my name's Katie Pukos and I'm one of the board certified music therapists at Spectrum Creative Arts. In this video I want to share with you a song that I wrote last year called Pumpkin Pie, and this song is all about how to make a pie, and there's so many different ways that I like to use it. It's a super quick progression and easy melody, so I'm going to share that with you first and then tell you some of my ideas for adapting it. Down in the kitchen, we're making a treat, a pumpkin pie that'll be so sweet. Me and my friends can't wait to eat. We can bake to the beat. First we gotta crack the eggs. We gotta crack the eggs. We gotta crack the eggs. And let's see what's next. So that's the melody, really quick, really simple, and then you just repeat that with each of the ingredients that you're going to add into your pie. So we start with eggs, and then we have something like the pumpkin mix, add in the spices, stir the milk, things like that. I just found a super simple pumpkin pie recipe online. But there's a lot of ways to adapt this, so I'll share a few of those with you. So first, to add a movement and a tactile part to it, I like to either use instruments or household items if your students are at home for virtual sessions to mimic each of the ingredients. So an obvious one, egg shakers for cracking the eggs, and I like to turn a drum upside down and pretend that it's my bowl. This one's got the string here, so an empty one's a little easier, but anything you can make into a bowl. Also, if your students are at home for virtual sessions, and they probably can find a bowl from their kitchen. So crack the eggs, pour those in, something like that. You can just put them right in the drum if you want to. And there's lots of easy household items that can be turned into instruments to mimic these recipe ingredients as well if your students don't have all those instruments at home. So that's one way I like to add to it. For something like adding in the spices, I like to take a shaker that's kind of shaped almost like a spice bottle, shake those in like that. For something like stir the milk, I'll take my drumstick and stir it in like this. So there's a lot of different types of movements that you can work into this, and different sensory tactile experiences as well. I also like to have pictures to represent each of the different ingredients we're going to do, and these are just ones that I found quickly online. So like here's our pie crust that we're going to need to roll out. Here's our spice that we're going to have to add. We've got the milk and the eggs, and sometimes I'll have students assign a certain movement or instrument or item to each of the ingredients, and then we'll use that as recall. So when I show them the picture, they have to remember what they assigned to that ingredient and what to do next in the song. You can also change this up to be a songwriting experience. So if your student doesn't want to make pumpkin pie, but they want to make another type of pie or mashed potatoes or something else that they like for the Thanksgiving kind of season, that could be a really fun thing, and you could work together to figure out what the ingredients are. You could also make a super silly recipe that has gummy bears and chocolate and rice and eggs. I don't know, mix all sorts of funny ingredients together if you want. Kids like to get super silly with that. And then lastly, a way that I like to use this song is for any of my students that were working really on that rhythmic speech where we're trying to have an even phrase and also pronouncing different phonemes and syllables. I will turn the ingredient stuff into a short rhythmic phrase. So for crack the eggs, we'll say crack the eggs, or maybe we'll add stir the milk. And if you want to get it to be a little bit longer, you might say something like pour in the pumpkin spice, something like that. So there's a lot of ways to extend it to really practice the different rhythmic phrases that you need to do, and then kind of have it go back and forth like a call and response to really get some good practice in for that before you then add it back into your song with the melody. So those are all the ways that I like to use this song when I'm feeling festive for Thanksgiving with my students. It also can be fun to use any time of year. If you change up the recipe, you could make it for any food that you might eat any time of the year. So hopefully this is helpful and you can use this in your sessions. Thanks so much for watching.